The newest update to Master was released its newest selection pack, Beat the Boss Rush. With it comes some new and exciting cards to one of my favorite alt formats, NR. Today, I'll showcase all the new NR format cards, their possible uses, and my genuine first reaction to them. My name is Doc Conrad, Yugioh, and let's get into the skip pack, baby. You already know what it is. Good morning, gentle gamers. It is a wonderful day for Yu-Gi-Oh! We've got a little bit of an update coming in hot today. It is, honestly, this is the biggest skip pack of the year. You're going to tell me that they're going to put something in for BES, Nouvelle, and Dragon Maid, and we're going to get anything? Yeah, right. Let's go ahead and hurry up with this update and see what's new. Probably not going to be a lot, but we'll sure as heck we'll find out. We'll be certain to go ahead and look and be like, oh, look at that card. I have no idea what any of the BES cards are at. They're all probably high rarity, to be honest with you, just because this game's bass backwards. Dragon Maid Collection Bundle, Beat the Boss Rush is here, and one new secret pack is here. New accessories in the Tryout Duel Master Duel Beginnings is underway. So we're now going to be having... I'm aware of the Tryout Duel. This is what the format was like when you first opened up Master Duel. And the only good deck that was available was Tri Brigade that was fun. Everything else sucks shit. Ass and butt. But let's go ahead and talk about what we got here. We have Dragonic Courtesy with the new alt format for House Dragon Maid. We have, of course, the new bundle alongside this with the brand new featured... there's this weird new thing that they're doing where they, like, give you a binder of things you can collect, and you get a little bit of some extra stuff as well. So you get, like, all the Dragon Maid stuff, the new Dragon Maid coin, and, like, the new card sleeves all in one, which is cute, and it's fine. But I don't really see that being much. Super Quan, shout out Vam, Yugioh, or my homie, or at the Lavender Lab. Good stuff there. We've got Beat the Boss Rush as well for the new secret pack over here. For accessories, we've got Graveyard of Myriad Souls. It's for Halloween, temporary, and a little bit of a ghosty ghoul. Oh, that's cute, actually. I like this one. A lot of things there I want to go ahead and take your gems away from. You can also, of course, get the temporary Chef It Up burger meme and the icon of Morgana, the Witch of Eyes. She's faced LZ as the life force, a deadly struggle for survival. That's where the Morganite ties in with the LZ stuff, which is interesting. Let's just jump into it, alright? Beat the Boss Rush. So, for those of you unaware, this is not in the TCG yet. It is, in fact, coming out in the OCG soon, the BES cards. But they're not... I don't know if they're quite available yet for them. You know it's bad when there's only 2 animations and 5 URs available. Alright. Let's go ahead and read this up. You're up, Vic Viper Type L. Destroy them all. New boss cards like Super BES Metal Slave and other powerful support cards for BES are here, as the new cards being added for Super Quant, Cyber Dragon, and Morganite. Also, new support help harness the mighty power of Dragon Maid, or have Nouvelles use your opponent's monsters as material for legendary delicacies. Don't miss out on powerful trap cards like Songs of the Dominators either. Make your way through swarms of enemies and head to the next stage. So, if you're not aware, BES is an archetype made back in the early days that was meant to be a celebration of Konami's early video games of Gradius and other kinds. This is a extension of that, and this is meant to be like the base where they all live in, or at least some of the main bosses are. Super BES Metal Slave is one said boss. This card is custom. You could send 5 or lower, send up to 5 level 10 or lower BES monsters with different names from your hand and or deck to the graveyard for a cost. So this is from the hand, then place counters on it equal to the number. Once per chain, you can move 1 counter from this card, target 2 face-up cards in the field, including a BES you control, destroy them. Now with BEF Zalos, they can't be destroyed by card effects, so you're able to go ahead and pop a number of cards off that multi-card combo, and you're able to special summon them out for free if you were to do so. But I don't know how well it's going to go. We have Super Quantal Fairy, Super Quants, as well as another... these were commons in the TCG, but oddly enough at URs here, as was Chef de Nouvelle. Lady's Dragon Maid and Song of the Dominators, those make sense to be higher rarity, but none of these two should not be this high rarity at UR, which means that the chaff in this set is going to be huge. But if you don't know how we do things around here, usually I like to go ahead and hit N. You can hit N, you can hit R, you can hit newly added cards if you so want to, right here. But what I like to do is I got to go ahead and go down here, take a look at these cards and see implemented add, and then the date, and take a look at the NR format cards. So, with all of that being said, let's take a look and see what we got. Boss on Parade, the new BES spell. Of course, we don't get that. Now we're already to the rares. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Yep. I expect nothing else. Yep. Okay, here we go. Moisa White. This card became a Skull Servant, name becomes Skull Servant while in the grave. If normal or special, add a Skull Servant, a card that mentions it from deck to hand, and you're locked into zombies. During main phase, you can normal summon a level 4 or lower zombie to addition your normal summon / set. This is interesting, allowing for some zombie decks to have some form of playability. Is an increase and really well fits into the overall format of NR. There's of course any number of things you could do inside of the format with the cases of, believe Vendread is an opportunity. Shiranui has some stuff as well, but probably not well worth the while. I don't know. I think that this card, allowing for a double normal summon for zombies for level 4 lowers, is cool, but you only get the additional normal summon of that. You don't get to do a tribute of a 5 or a 6, which is not great. And lets you add Skull Servant, a card that mentions it, but you're locked into the zombies, and there's hardly any good cards in on our format you want to use for that. So, let's keep moving on. White Reanimator. If you're King of the Skull Servants, attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing nail damage. If there's a Soul Servant or King of Soul Servants in your graveyard, send a Skull Servant monster mentions to graveyard, special summon the target monster, and you're locked into zombies. So if you may have noticed that I didn't mention King of the Skull Servants. That's because he's an SR. So there's really not much we have going for us here. But you know, it's what we can do, really. Not really worth it. Inferno of the Ashen. You can place Obsidian in the Ashen City. And real quick. Oh, that's an SR. How interesting. Let's keep reading. If you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and a level 8 Dark higher Pyro in your graveyard, send that card from the field to the graveyard. And if you do special summon that other monster for your graveyard, your opponent's field defense position, well, we'll have to take a look at Dark Pyros, but I'm pretty sure there's very few and far between, and I think that doing that in a mill strategy while having this in your hand is not, well, worth it at all. Recette de Nouvelle. Okay, so here we go. This is the first card that can actually be played in NR format because Nouvelle has some cards for the strategy overall. While you control a Nouvelle monster card, all face-up monster opponent controls are changed to attack position. That is powerful. Nouvelles need to have your monsters be in attack position in order to go ahead and utilize their effects and allow for effects that allow for tributing of other attack position monsters, meaning that this card says, hey, you are now always live when it comes to these effects. And it turns off some of the strategies to play around them, more or less. Each time monster is tributed by a ritual monster's effect, your opponent pays 850 life points. Once per turn, you can if you special summon a ritual monster, you can target one of them, add a recipe or Nouvelle card for your deck to hand, and if you do, increase that monster's level by 1, meaning that you target your Nouvelles and give a lot to it. This card will see play. This card is very good in any form of ritual pile, and I think Nouvelle Recipe Book, Recette de Nouvelle, is a good card for that. Brablase de Nouvelle, Confrace, Gradius option, Big Core, Cover Core, Lady in White, Jade Knight, Falchion, British, Tistina, White, Skull, Radius, Cyclone, Alphan, Alphabetical. Halloween! Add Hollow or Ween. Magna Slayer, Mana Forcation, Staff Recipe, Braces, Tistina, Ration for Eternity. Shipping error! Holy shit, get something. When a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that adds a card from deck to hand, the activated effect becomes your opponent takes one card from their deck to add to your hand, and you must keep that card revealed. During the end phase of turn, shuffle into the deck, and if you draw a card. So, not once per turn. allowing for disruption for any number of search effects. Could be fine. Don't know if it's going to be well worth it, because a lot of times it's harder to go ahead and search specific cards. But it does add a card from deck to hand. Those effects could be good, and you just give your opponent like a junk thing, and then they shuffled that card back. Hey, what do you want me to say? All right, I'll tell you what I'll say. Everything in the set is UR. So, like, for the main set and what you're actually going to see that's going to change in the meta, Morganite has become stronger with Morgana, the Eyes of Witch. You have the Guilt-Gripping Morganite as well, allowing for you to get an additional normal summon of any higher level monsters, meaning that stun cards are going to become more readily available in any number of strategies. Harder to find because they are, of course, like that. You'll see Dominus as a strategy as well that will now exist, but it's very hard to go ahead and see that be a possibility because this is such high rarity. Black Layer and Fairy Zaytan allow for Super Quant to become playable, which is interesting. Miasma Dragon of Tistina makes Tistina actually playable as well, alongside Chaotic Elements. You're going to want to pick up this card early before Canine comes out. You're going to want this. It is a UR. You're going to need that. Ladies Dragon Maid and the Dragon Maid support for Kermba as well as Philia Regis is interesting. I think that's cool. What else we have? Hollow and Ween are back, but they didn't have their spell, but now they do. It's new here for some reason. Nouvelle as a possibility to utilize with the newer cards here. Angry Burger, there's Angry Burger. Angry Burger as well is going to be used for some form of Mitsu lines, if you so choose to, with the yummy cards when they eventually come out in the next couple of sets. Cyberdark Worm does actually have some playability for Cyber Dragon, especially with the Canine cards that will be coming out soon, but that's the problem. Everything that I've been mentioning has been coming out soon. There's nothing you want to do with Vic Viper Type L, Derringer Core, and this Metal Slave, and where else? Boss on Parade. These cards do less than nothing overall. You're gonna find it's gonna be bad tempi is what you're gonna have to deal with. And if you want to deal with bad tempi, you could deal with bad tempi. I just don't think it's very well worth it to spend that much UR dust. BF Zalos. This is a 3 of. Boss Rush is an SR. What are we doing, Konami? Oh my god. I'm crashing the fuck out. I'm sorry. You know what? Just to make myself feel better here. Free poll. Give me a UR. There are 2 alt arts. That's cool. You can go ahead and get some of those, which is nice. You can get the Dragon Maid Hospitality and House Dragon Maid alt art, as well as Ladies and Kermba. Yeah, I think that this is definitely a skip pack. Skip this pack. If you need to craft anything from this pack or need to open anything from this pack, don't. Instead, just get Chaotic Elements. Just suck it up, get 3 Chaotic Elements, and maybe the Angry Burger. That's all you really need. Everything else in here is not worth it at all. You know what? I'm crashing out right now. I'm not even going to go ahead and talk about, like, the main thing that I like to do with all of these. Let me show you what card is relevant. Let me show you the one card that's relevant. This card. You're going to look at this card. This is the only card you need to worry about. It makes Nouvelles playable. Once again. Everything else doesn't matter. Everything else does not matter. If you've been wondering why I have been more enjoying GENESYS format overall, it's for shit like this, right? Master Duel has been in this constant cycle of having new things to spend cosmetically while the format has not been great overall. I'm trying to have fun with it overall. Like let me show you. I'm playing, I played all the Dice Rally. It's a fun little thing. I'm Gold 3. I've been Plat. I've had there's been times where I did not open Master Duel apart from doing these videos. I've been Bronze again. Do you know how hard that is to do? That requires multiple times of me ignoring playing the game. And this set does nothing for it. And what they're doing to capitalize on nostalgia is making you win this pack with what exactly? Thunder Dragon? Tri-Brigade? Is anybody gonna go ahead and pull out with full fucking Eldritch? Gonna go ahead and play with full fucking Drytron? Do we know? What are we doing, Konami? What are we doing? TCG has been kicking your butt into high gear, and you've been ignoring it the entire time. Master Duel is dead, is dying, and I'm moving on to GENESYS format. Hopefully you'll join me there too, if you can play in paper. If you can't, feel free to go ahead and join the Discord down below for the GENESYS format Discord. Or, if you still want to go ahead and try to save any number of semblance there is for this the godforsaken game and log in to play something different, try in our format. Go ahead and take a look at the down below in the description. Play with the new nouvelles. That'll be fun. But until then, you're going to have another month of this. I'm sorry. Well, actually, it might be another 9 days, because that's when some of the stuff comes out of the shop, I believe. Actually, I'll take a look real quick when it comes to new packs. Yeah, Regeneration of Stars ends in 9 days. This is the skip pack in between. We got a week or two until the new stuff's going to be available. So we're probably going to get Yummies. We're going to get K9. That's going to be happening at the start of the next, at the beginning of November. Cool. But for right now, these next 2 weeks, close out this game. All right, bye.